Days after back-to-back attacks on Enforcement Directorate team in Bengal, BJP hits the streets against Mamata government. Bengal Ration scam explodes. Republic accesses exclusive investigation details of the scam scaling up to 20,000 crore rupees. Big development in the Goa murder case. Police recover keynote against accused Suchana Seth. Days after back-to-back attacks on the Enforcement Directorate team in West Bengal, Republic has now accessed details of the Enforcement Directorate's complaint that has been filed in the matter. Enforcement Directorate complaint mentioned that Bengal police have registered an FIR in the matter. However, all charges that have been mentioned are completely bailable and non-scheduled offences. So is the Bengal police trying to water down the charges in the case? Ladies and gentlemen, when the incident took place on the 5th, that very evening we are given to understand that the Enforcement Directorate had sought a copy of the FIR. This was the FIR that was registered against the ED officers. But that copy was not even given. Not just that, we are also getting you now details that the Enforcement Directorate had also requested the West Bengal police to perhaps register an FIR against those who had attacked the Enforcement Directorate officers. In fact, we are given to understand 18 sections were being requested by the Enforcement Directorate to be invoked in this case, particularly section 307, that is attempt to murder. It turns out that of the 18 charges that were being requested that the Enforcement Directorate, West Bengal police, ladies and gentlemen, had only filed or rather invoked just about all bailable and non-scheduled offences. Let's just take you through some of the details that we're getting in and also go across to our senior editor, Moyuk, who's joining us for the Bangla newsroom, getting us more details. Moyuk, full details have now been accessed by Republic TV. It turns out that a request was made, 18 charges to be invoked, prominently section 307, that is attempt to murder. It turns out West Bengal police completely rejected that request and they only registered an FIR, that too with all bailable and non-scheduled offences.
Absolutely, Shravan. I have the exclusive information where ED had requested the sections also in their complaint copy. Officially, the complaint copy ED had registered a specific IPC sections that is 307, 333. 333 is actually stopping a public servant from performing his duty. 326, that is causing grievous injury to a public servant on duty. 353, 342 of IPC and other sections. Total 18 sections were requested to convert into an FIR by the West Bengal police. But unfortunately, West Bengal police specifically didn't use those sections which were requested by Enforcement Directorate officials. And rather, as you said, that mostly bailable sections were given because of the fact that whether this is trying to water down, this is trying to scale down the seriousness of this entire thing and to safeguard a Trinamool leader, Sheikh Shahjahan, who knows too much about Jyotipriya Mollik, the West Bengal minister, as well as several other ministers from North 24 Bangla. Let me tell you, Shravan, North 24 Parganas, the bordering area of Bangladesh and a very crucial district in West Bengal, has a number of cases regarding money laundering, number of cases regarding the immigration problem, and more specifically, one of the most vital cross the border checkpost, that is Petropol border, is in this district. So basically, Sheikh Shahjahan, who has time and again been accused of several charges of Rohingya patronizing, of infiltration and all, is West Bengal police trying to shield, trying to protect this Sheikh Shahjahan and give all the bailable sections and getting cognizance of the sections, 18 sections requested by Enforcement Directorate. Shawan.
Mayuk, I just want to take our viewers through some of the details of the sections that the Enforcement Directorate had requested the West Bengal Police to basically invoke. Let's just go on air right now with the details that we have. Section 307, ladies and gentlemen, that is attempt to murder. Section 333, that's voluntarily causing grievous hurt to deter public servant from his duty. These are the two basic charges that was requested by the Enforcement Directorate to the West Bengal Police, that was completely rejected by the West Bengal Police, as many would now be saying that whether at all this was yet another attempt that was made by the West Bengal Police to try and water down the case. Let's move on to the other big breaking news now coming in. In an exclusive news break, the Enforcement Directorate's investigation into the Bengal Ration scam has now revealed that the Enforcement Directorate has tracked around 10,000 crore rupees to Trinamool Congress Minister Jyotipriya Malik, who named Shah Jahan Sheikh in that secret note. Remember, that was the big breaking news that we had brought to you last week when the searches were being carried out. Now we are going to take you through some more details. 9,000 to 10,000 crore rupees were converted to foreign currency through bogus documents. Not just that. It turns out that cash was being deposited in FFMC accounts and thereafter it was being transferred. We are being told that this was being converted into foreign currencies, so much so there is a transaction that has taken place between Bangladesh and Dubai. Ladies and gentlemen, also Enforcement Directorate suspects that this is not perhaps the proceeds of crime generated from only the ration scam. There could be something more to it, because the figure that we are bringing to you tonight, 10,000 crore rupees, is that only from one scam, or is there something more that what meets the eye at this point in time? And that's the reason why I'll go back to my colleague Mayuk, who's getting us more details. Mayuk, this is bizarre. One, you have FMC accounts that were created, cash that was being deposited. In fact, I'm being told 90 Forex. Let's put out that big breaking news also now coming in. 90 Forex companies were incorporated, that too at the instruction of Shankar Adya. These companies were largely being used for the foreign currencies that were being used or being converted. That's the big breaking news now coming in. Also on our screens, let's put out 90 Forex companies situated at the Indo-Bangladesh border being used for perhaps laundering the money. Mayuk, if you can hear me.
Yes, Chavan. As we were telling the viewers about this bizarre amount that is slowly becoming a reality. 20,000 crore scam in West Bengal, and out of it, I'm just breaking it down. The ED Enforcement Directorate in West Bengal probing this entire ration scam. They are actually speculating that 10,000 crores have been already siphoned off by Jyotipriya Malik. Jyotipriya Malik is the Trinamool minister, the food minister of West Bengal, currently in jail. And his partner in crime was Sheikh Shah Jahan. And this might be the reason why West Bengal ministers, some of the sections of Trinamool Congress, as well as the Bengal police is trying to shield Sheikh Shah Jahan. 10,000 crore rupees were siphoned off. And another person, if you remember, Shravan, Shankar Adya. This Shankar Adya used to run the Forex companies. So it is presumed that this Forex companies, 90 Forex companies that were being incorporated under the instructions of Shankar Adya, they used to siphon off money, and 2,000 crore rupees were transferred to Dubai through Bangladesh. And you can find the dots, you can connect the dots, Shravan. Bangladesh, the money which is transferred to Bangladesh via Forex companies situated in North 24 Parganas, operated and run by Shankar Adya, who is aide of Jyotipriya Malik, and Jyotipriya Malik, whose second in command was Sheikh Shah Jahan. All these are interconnected, but the main point is whether these people will be booked, whether these people will be in jail, and who's the mastermind behind this entire 20,000 crore scam. It's a huge amount, Shravan. Most of the people in Bengal, they might be awestruck hearing this number also. 20,000 crore rupees scam, that too directly done by a Trinamool Neta, a Trinamool minister. That is what is being alleged, and Trinamool needs to clarify their stance, because if this 2,000 crore rupees has been siphoned off in Dubai via Bangladesh, then who has operated this entire thing, Shravan?
Well, thank you very much, Moyuk, for getting us the latest details. Just a quick caveat to this breaking news now coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, right now the Enforcement Directorate suspects that the proceeds of crime may have been generated not just from the Russian distribution scam, it could be from something else, and that is the reason why the probe is still underway. But what is mind-boggling is the fact that 20,000 crore rupees have already been tracked down. In fact, it turns out that there have been multiple accounts that have been created, and these accounts where cash was being deposited was largely being used for converting into foreign currency. And the startling revelation that has been made by the Enforcement Directorate is that bogus documents were actually being used for converting into foreign currencies. Shifting focus now to the other big story that we are tracking tonight and getting you the latest details. There is already chaos within the India alliance over the participation during the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. Now, the Congress party has already boycotted. The Congress says that we are not going to attend only because they feel that essentially it is a BJP RSS program. But Akhilesh now also faces some revolt. We are now given to understand Akhilesh Yadav, who had initially indicated that he would be interested in attending the Pran Pratishtha program on the 22nd of January. But it now turns out that Samajwadi MLAs and MPs want to visit Ram Mandir. There is a rebellion that is brewing in Akhilesh's party. MLAs that have come together to take action against the anti-Hindu leader in Samajwadi Party. MLAs have sought a show-cause notice against Swami Prasad Maurya. Akhilesh, in fact, faces this massive temple revolt. Remember, there have been various alliance members, starting from the left parties who said that we are not going to attend. The Congress party, which was appearing dilly-dallying on this entire matter, finally made it very clear that they are not going to participate in this program. In fact, the RJD has also echoed the same. But now, as far as Akhilesh Yadav is concerned, remember, there were multiple voices that were coming in from the Samajwadi Party, particularly some within the party, those who are closer to the Muslim leaders. They've largely been indicating that they are not going to participate. There were also messages coming around, doing the rounds, that perhaps Akhilesh Yadav could actually attend, but now there's growing pressure. And they want some sort of an action to be taken against Swami Prasad Maurya. Remember, multiple statements have been made by Swami Prasad Maurya. We'll try and connect with Abhishek Kapoor, who's getting us this latest big breaking news coming in on This Is Exclusive tonight. We'll also be joined in by Mr. C.R. Kesavan of the Bharatiya Janata Party in a short while from now over the politics that is being played over Ram Mandir. Whether at all this is a program of the BJP and the RSS, or the fact of the matter is that, as the Bharatiya Janata Party is now alleging, that this is exactly how the India alliance is dealing with Sanatan Dharma. First, multiple insults being heaped by the DMK, and thereafter you have the Congress party now making it very clear that they are not going to attend the Pran Pratishtha, which is going to take place on 22nd of January, something that the entire nation would be celebrating. So why exactly would the Congress party really step down? On that count too, remember, Samajwadi Party finds itself in a complete dilemma right now. Akhilesh is facing that revolt because there is a section within the Samajwadi Party. Some of the MLAs who've been saying that they would be attending the Ram Mandir. Pretty much a similar situation also within the Congress Party too. You've had some of the Congress legislators, particularly in the state of Gujarat as well as in the state of Himachal Pradesh, who've come out in the open and saying that there is no question of not attending it. They say that we are Ram Bhakt, we are going to still go ahead and attend the Pran Pratishtha. Similar is the situation right now in Samajwadi Party, where we are given to understand that Akhilesh Yadav is also facing that sort of a revolt. How exactly would he be appeasing some of those legislators who have come out in the open saying that this is an event that has been completely hijacked by the Bharatiya Janata Party as well as the RSS, completely forgetting the fact of the case. The fact of the matter is that the entire thing is being organized by a trust. This is something that has been ignored by the opposition parties, and ignorant opposition parties are now essentially saying that this politics is being played over it. In fact, the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah too made this kind of a comment earlier in the day, saying that they're not against Ram, but they are against the propaganda of the Bharatiya Janata Party as well as the RSS. Joining us on this broadcast is our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, getting us that big breaking news. Abhishek, you are saying that there is some sort of a revolt that is brewing within the Samajwadi Party. That is primarily because there was some sort of an indication that came in earlier that Akhilesh Yadav could attend, but then you have had a person like Swami Prasad Maurya and also Bark, who all came out in the open saying that there's no question of attending Ram Mandir. This is some sort of an appeasement.
Well, exactly. So we are told that in the meetings that Akhilesh Yadav has been having Shravan on strategizing for the Lok Sabha polls, he was sort of cornered by at least a dozen leaders, including sitting MLAs and some former colleagues in the cabinet that he headed as chief minister. And they said that this anti-Hindu position of leaders like Swami Prasad Maurya is creating problems for them on the ground, is creating issues in terms of electorate discontent, and that there has to be some clampdown on leaders like Swami Prasad. In fact, some leaders, we are told, Shravan went to the extent of demanding Swami Prasad Maurya's sacking, and the chorus was so loud that we are told that Akhilesh Yadav had to admit that he has made a mistake by making Swami Prasad Maurya a party hopper, essentially, not particularly wedded to any ideology, as a member of Legislative Council from the Samajwadi Party. So I think, like we saw in the case of Congress Party yesterday with the likes of Arjun Modwadia, Acharya Pramod Krishnam, Vikramaditya Singh coming out and saying that this anti-Ram Temple position of the Congress Party is untenable. So in the case of Samajwadi Party, it seems that there is the second rung of leadership which is very unhappy with the position perhaps Akhilesh has taken. But then since they can't take on Akhilesh Yadav being the party chief, they have vented out their frustration at leaders like Swami Prasad Maurya, in fact demanded that he be sacked from the party. The big development coming in and really goes to show the kind of momentum that's really building up in favor of Ram Temple, cutting across political divide, and even the parties like Samajwadi Party and their leadership now facing effectively a sense of if not outright rebellion, then frustration at the kind of public position their leadership has taken from the second rung of leaders, as happened in the case of Samajwadi Party also now, Shravan.
Well, thank you very much, Abhishek, for joining us on this broadcast. Let's also quickly go across to Mr. C.R. Kesavan of the BJP joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Kesavan, breaking news once again coming in. Plight of the India alliance right now. You have the DMK down south essentially targeting the Congress party, initially saying that they need to take a clear position on this entire matter. But now with the Congress party making it very clear that this is a program of the Bharatiya Janata Party, RSS, so we are not going to attend. But the question here is this: why exactly would they be, first of all, dilly-dallying? Is this because they are afraid of losing what they've been always doing, vote bank politics?
Good evening, Mr. Shravan. First, I'd like to say that we're all very happy that we're all very blessed to be witnessing this historic event during our lifetime. A 550-year-old focal weight will gloriously culminate to herald Bharat's civilizational renaissance when our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji participates in the Pran Pratishtha ceremony of the
Mr. Kesavan, I'm sorry to interrupt you. There's some problem with your... Mr. Kesavan, sorry to bother you, but just if you could just switch off the speaker because it's echoing right now. Would that be possible? Please carry on, Mr. Kesavan. Please carry on, Mr. Kesavan.
Can you hear me now?
Carry on, Mr. Kesavan.
Can you hear me now?
Carry on, Mr. Kesavan.
Can you hear me now?
Carry on, Mr. Kesavan. Yes, 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 yes.
So, if time event, and we're very happy.
We'll try and reconnect with Mr. Kesavan. We'll try and reconnect with Mr. Kesavan once again. We seem to be having some audio problem. But remember, across board, what we have essentially seen from the India Alliance, multiple voices really coming in. The RJD left were the first to actually come out in the open to say that they are not going to attend this program without realizing the fact that it is not a program of the government of India. It is a program that is being organized by the trust. The question that they are now raising, that four Shankaracharya have basically rejected the idea of attending the Pran Pratishtha, and that is the reason why perhaps it absolutely makes no sense. But the fact of the matter is this, ladies and gentlemen, the Congress party, when they actually received that invitation, there were many within the Congress party who were of the opinion that this is not about BJP and the Congress party should come out in public and support the fact that they should be attending it, also asking the other India Alliance members to also attend it. But has the Congress party succumbed under the pressure that was heaped by parties down south, particularly the DMK as well as the RJD, given the fact that they were first. They were categorical about their position on this entire matter, simply saying that they are not going to attend any of the program and simply saying that this was a government program that was being carried out. Let's just quickly take you through some of the breaking news now coming in with regards to what's really happening within the Samajwadi Party. We'll also listen in to some of the reactions that are coming in, also put out that report that we have prepared a short while back with regards to all the developments that have taken place. Let's put that out.
देखिए, ये मैं विधायक के तौर पे मेरी व्यक्तिगत इच्छा है और मैंने लिखा भी है कि मेरी व्यक्तिगत इच्छा है कि उत्तर प्रदेश के सभी विधायकों को 22 तारीख को भगवान राम की प्रभु श्री राम की प्राण प्रतिष्ठा के कार्यक्रम में ले जाया जाए। और विधानसभा अध्यक्ष जी से मैंने इसलिए मांग किया है कि विधानसभा अध्यक्ष हम लोगों के विधानमंडल दल के संरक्षक होते हैं और ये बात तो बिल्कुल सही है कि जब जिसको भगवान जहाँ बुलाएगा वहाँ हो जाएगा, बिना उसकी इच्छा के एक पल भी इधर उधर कोई नहीं हो सकता है।
आप ये बात कह रहे हैं और आपकी ही पार्टी के सर राष्ट्रीय पदाधिकारी हैं स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य, वो जो एग्जिस्टेंस है उसको लेकर सवाल कर रहे हैं, जो गोलियां चली थी कार सेवकों को उसको लेकर बात कर रहे हैं। कैसे देखते हैं आप स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य की बात को लेकर, कैसे देखते हैं?
देखिए, राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी ने निर्देश दे दिया है, कोई धर्म पे बात नहीं करेगा। कल उन्होंने निर्देश दिया, पहले भी उन्होंने निर्देश दिया। अब समय आ गया है कि अगर इसके बाद भी नहीं मानते हैं तो उनको नोटिस दी जानी चाहिए और उनके खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए।
चर्चा तो पहले भी हो चुकी है ना सर, जब पहले वो परशुराम को लेकर कह रहे थे, पहले सनातन धर्म को लेकर कह रहे थे, एक इंटरनल बैठक में उनको लेकर कलह भी हुई, विधायक भी आपस में आमने सामने आ गए। आप क्या मांग, आप लोगों को लग रहा है कि वो रुकेंगे, इस बात के बाद भी रुकेंगे?
वो उनका व्यक्तिगत मत होगा। मेरा अपना मानना है कि समाजवादी पार्टी में लाखों लाख कार्यकर्ता ऐसे हैं जो हिंदू धर्म को मानते हैं, जो सनातन को मानते हैं, जो भगवान राम को मानते हैं और अगर कोई बयान देके उनकी भावनाओं को आहत कर रहा है तो उसके खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए।
स्वामी जी को क्या कहेंगे आप? अपनी तरफ से स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य मिले तो उनको क्या कहेंगे, क्या समझाएंगे कि सनातन की समझ उनको आए कि ये रुके ना?
बड़े लोग हैं, उनको हम क्या समझाएंगे? वो अपनी बेटी को पहले समझा लें, फिर हमसे समझने का काम करेंगे।
सर, मायावती जी को लेकर चर्चा हुई है, अखिलेश जी का स्टैंड बदलता हुआ दिखा है, पहले जो चीजें ना होती दिख रही थी उन्होंने कहा कि काफी सम्मान करते। क्या लगता है गठबंधन में आएंगी वो?
देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश की 4 बार की पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री हैं मायावती जी और हम लोग उनको बुआ रूपी उस पर देखते हैं किरदार में, तो निश्चित तौर से पूरे उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए मायावती जी सम्माननीय है और बड़ों का सम्मान करना, आदर करना हमारी संस्कृति है, हमको यही सनातनी सभ्यता है और उसको हम करते रहते हैं।
Wait of over 500 years is set to end. It's an awakening of the Hindu pride, a celebratory mood across India and beyond.
Consecration ceremony is all set to take place on 22nd of January, and we are seeing the entire people, in fact, from across the country and across several other countries have started coming in here. Now, this is a certain group that has come from Nepal, and from Nepal for the last 3 days. They had been on the road and they have come with the trucks that you see behind them. These are the trucks with which they have come. They have come, in fact, while they were, in fact, also praying to Lord Ram.
But the boycott brigade is back at it. It started with the Congress High Command declining the invite. Indie partners too have joined the chorus.
Politics and religion must remain separate. One should not mix politics and religion, elections and religion. It is violative of the fundamental principle of our constitution.
मैं मानता हूं कि इतना दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण क्षण होगा कि मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम के इर्द गिर्द भी आप राजनीति करेंगे। मेरे और मेरे राम के बीच में सीधा ताल्लुक, गांधी मंदिर जाकर के राम भक्त नहीं बनते थे।
It's not been imposed by us or any political party, but seers and praised by themselves. This is the situation. So why should Congress party, President Sonia ji and a leader of opposition Adhir Ranjan should join it?
In 1959, Jawaharlal Nehru visited Babur's tomb in Afghanistan. 9 years later, his daughter Indira Gandhi visited the tomb. In 2016, then Congress President Sonia Gandhi wrote to Pope Francis on the canonization ceremony of Mother Teresa. But today, the Congress has snubbed the Ram Mandir invite, calling it a matter of personal faith. If so, then why is the Congress against a moment of Hindu pride? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
That's all that we could pack in this edition of This is Exclusive. On the other side, news and updates continue.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
इस दुनिया में बस हम दो हैं, दुनिया जिनकी दीवानी है। आ रहे हैं हम दोनों।
उड़े देश का आम आदमी। यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के इस विजन ने रीजनल एंड इंटरनेशनल एयर कनेक्टिविटी को दिए हैं नए आयाम। नए भारत का नया उत्तर प्रदेश बनकर उभरा है सर्वाधिक इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट वाला राज्य। भगवान बुद्ध की तपोभूमि कुशीनगर में इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट शुरू होने के 25 महीने में ही मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम प्रभु श्री राम की जन्मभूमि अयोध्या में प्रारंभ हुआ है। महर्षि वाल्मीकि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय हवाई अड्डा अयोध्या धाम का संचालन।
जब नियत नेक हो तो इसी तरह से काम होता है, इसी तरह के नतीजे मिलते हैं। ये अयोध्या नगरी भी तो इसकी साक्षी है।
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ के नेतृत्व में देश के एविएशन मैप के शीर्ष पर है उत्तर प्रदेश। एयरपोर्ट से ऊंची उड़ान, कनेक्टिविटी को नई पहचान।
केंट से पानी होता है 100% प्योर।
केंट आरओ प्योरिटी दिखाता भी है।
केंट देता है सबसे शुद्ध पानी।
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation. So I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne. So now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
आपने सोमानी का नया रोल देखा? वही स्टाइल और रेंज सोमानी बाथवेयर में भी। सोमानी बाथवेयर।
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी, हर घर पहुंचेगा नल से जल। अब तक 13.5 करोड़ से अधिक नल कनेक्शन। हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत।
3 से 4 व्हीलर में अपग्रेड तो करना है, पर इसमें से क्या खास बात है?
इसमें एक खासियत हो तो बताएं। टाटा इस गोल्ड पेट्रोल 6 में है दमदार इंजन जो दे बढ़िया पिकअप, बड़ी और स्ट्रॉन्ग लोड बॉडी और मेंटेनेंस एकदम कम। तो अब सोचो, समझो और टाटा इस गोल्ड पेट्रोल 6 लो।
बहुत मुश्किल होता है, मगर जैसे अटल जी के कैरेक्टर में अगर आप देखें, आज भी मुझे लगता है जिस तरीके से हाथ हिलाते थे, बोलते थे, घुमा के बोलते थे, पॉज करते थे, अभी भी मुझे लगता है कि कई लीडर्स हैं, पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स इस देश में, जो उनके स्टाइल को फॉलो करने की कोशिश करते हैं।
तो इसीलिए हमने अटल जी पे कहानी बनाई कि आज के बच्चों को पता चले कि एक इस किस्म के लीडर हुए थे जिनमें देश को लेके, समाज को लेके, लोगों को लेके और उनकी अपनी इंडिविजुअल जर्नी कैसी थी। एक साधारण परिवार का लड़का इतना बड़ा कवि और प्रधानमंत्री बनते हैं। बटेश्वर का एक अटल। हमारी फिल्म सिर्फ अटल जी की वो स्पीच और कविताएं नहीं है और पीएम नहीं है। अच्छा। हमारी कहानी बटेश्वर के उस बच्चे अटल की है जो कि यात्रा करता है अपने जीवन की और किन किन चुनौतियों, कठिनाइयों और घटनाओं से गुजरता है और वो देश का प्रधानमंत्री और इतने बड़े कवि बनते हैं और भारतीय जनता पार्टी जैसी पार्टी को बनाने में जिनका योगदान है, जो आज के बच्चों को इंस्पायर करेगी।
11 days to go for the Grand Ram Mandir inauguration, but Indie leaders on a boycott spree now. Congress divided over boycott call. More and more leaders rebel against the High Command. BJP hits out at opposition in an unrelenting attack, says India alliances anti-Hindu mindset exposed. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma makes a big statement, says Uniform Civil Code implementation soon. Days after back-to-back attacks on ED team in Bengal, BJP hits the streets against Mamata government. Karnataka government divided over multiple deputy chief ministers, demand top ministers head to national capital. Good evening and welcome, friends. It's 6:30 p.m. live and breaking. Ram Temple story is trending, both on social media and on the ground, and of course in the newsreel. Even as India counts down to the mega Ram Temple Pran Pratishtha festival, the Indie leaders are now on a boycott spree. In the latest, Siddaramaiah, the Karnataka Chief Minister, has now come forward to support his party leadership. Mallikarjun Kharge, the President, Sonia Gandhi, and Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, stating that their decision not to participate in the inauguration program in Ayodhya is correct. Let's listen into Siddaramaiah.
Politics and religion must remain separate. One should not mix politics and religion, elections and religion. It is violative of the fundamental principle of our constitution.
मैं मानता हूं कि इतना दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण क्षण होगा कि मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम के इर्द गिर्द भी आप राजनीति करेंगे। मेरे और मेरे राम के बीच में सीधा ताल्लुक। गांधी मंदिर जाकर के राम भक्त नहीं बनते थे।
It's not been imposed by us or any political party, but seers and praised by themselves. This is the situation. So why should Congress Party President Sonia ji and a leader of opposition Adhir Ranjan should join it?
All right. We are joined in fact, by Mr. C.R. Keswan, leader of the BJP, and someone who comes with a very historical lineage, great-grandson of Rajaji. Very good evening, Mr. Keswan. I believe you have written on the issue of Ram Temple and the manner in which some parties are indulging in this boycott. And you have been associated with the Congress party earlier. You think that they are choosing to be on the wrong side of history at this momentous occasion?
First, before I get to the political part, I'd like to say that it's indeed a blessing living during these times and witness this great event.
In the 550-year-old epochal long wait will gloriously culminate Herald Bharat's civilizational renaissance when our Honorable PM Narendra Modi ji participates in the Pran Pratishtha ceremony of the Navya Bhavya Divya Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. Lord Rama basically is a symbol of Bharat civilizational oneness and unity. I come from Tamil Nadu, Abhishek ji. The Agananuru is a Tamil poetry written in Sangam age, 2000 years back. That talks about Lord Rama in Dhanushkodi, in the southern tip of Tamil Nadu, after the war, victorious Rama, under a banyan tree conversing. This illustrates how Lord Rama and Ramayana is, civilizational connect for us. There are more than 300 versions of Ramayana, and in Tamil Nadu, you have Kamba Ramayana in the 12th century, you have Ramacharithram in Kerala, you have Ubendu, Ramayana in Karnataka, and, Ranganatha Ramayana. And not only that, in Karnataka, and not only that, all over the world, in over countries, Ramayana is celebrated. You know, the largest Buddhist country in the world, Thailand, you know, we have the kings are called by the title of Rama. And the largest Muslim country in the world, Indonesia, you know, has Ramayana in, you know, the core of their culture, where, you know, plays, theater is done on Ramayana, and all the characters are played by the Muslim citizens. Now, coming back to this, January 22nd reflects a civilizational triumph of people's beliefs, faith, and sacrifices. This is not about sectarian politics. I'll address that. But this is about the people's faith and belief and their vindication. I'll just cite two examples. You know, there is a elderly person called Saraswati Devi ji. She's 85 years old. Since 1992, Saraswati Devi ji from Jharkhand has never spoken. She has taken a Maun Vrat for 32 years, which she will break on January 22nd when the Prime Minister participates in the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. There is another gentleman called Challa Srinivas. He is walking 7,200 kilometers from Hyderabad with Charan Padukas he is made for Lord Rama. So to say this is political is farthest from the truth, because this has a, you know, emotional connect, and our people of this country are emotionally intertwined, you know, with the Ram temple. Before I say something, I just want to thank the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji for the great role he has played in restoring our dharmic faith and ensuring the resurgence of, you know, our Sanatan Sanskriti. See, in the last 10 years, and the Prime Minister very pertinently said this, he said, please look at the link between the 4 dhams, 12 Jyotirlingas and the Shakti Peeths, and the way they are aligned geographically. You know, all of them connect with each other from different parts of the country, illustrating the spirit of Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. And see what our Prime Minister has done over the last 10 years. Whether it is renovating the Kashi Vishwanath corridor by expanding its size, connecting the Ghat, you know, so that the people can walk easily. And he's installed Adi Shankara and, you know, Ahilyabai Holkar's statues there. He has unveiled the 800 crore Mahakal corridor, the longest corridor in the country. The Char Dham highway in Uttarakhand connecting Kedarnath, Badrinath, Yamunotri and Gangotri has been underway. The Kamakya temple in Assam has been revived. Saptakotishwar temple has been reopened. Not only this, Indian civilization is not limited to India. The Prime Minister has ensured that Tiruketeswaram temple in Talaimanna, Sri Lanka has been restored. India has restored the Angkor Wat temples. We have promised to start the Ramayana circuit in Nepal, and the Prime Minister, Modi ji, is going to inaugurate a temple in the Emirati capital, Abu Dhabi, next week. Now, coming back to the issue you talked about. See, Ram Mandir symbolizes values of our Indian tradition, heritage, culture, and values. And even, you know, somebody like Iqbal Ansari ji, Iqbal Ansari was a litigant, and his family is the longest litigant in the Ram Mandir title suit. Such is the all-encompassing nature of our Sanatan Sanskriti. When the Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra has invited this litigant Iqbal Ansari, he has participated, you know, he's promised to participate, and that shows the inclusiveness of Sanatan Sanskriti. But what does the Congress party and this cohorts do? They have played sectarian politics with such a historic event. But this is not new. You see any other milestone event which celebrates Bharat's glory, culture, history, they've always boycotted it. Remember the Sengol incident? The Congress had relegated the Sengol to a walking stick in a Nehru museum. And when Prime Minister Modi ji revived its story and installed it during the unveiling of the new parliament, these people boycotted it. What happened to the historic GST joint session? The Congress and the cohorts boycotted it. The G20 event, when they were called, they boycotted it. So this is nothing new. But their hatred against our beloved Prime Minister Modi ji, their insecurities against him, their conflicts against him, made them go against Bharat until now. Now they are going against Bhagavan Ram himself. Now this parochial mindset, this petty mindset, has roots in a flawed legacy of, you know, the Nehru Congress, not the Mahatma Gandhi Congress. The Mahatma Gandhi always believed that Swaraj meant Ram Rajya. He always believed in the hymn, you know, Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sita Ram, and he died with Hey Ram on his lips. But what is the, you know, legacy, a flawed legacy of the Nehru Congress? You see in 1951, and Abhishek ji, I want to tell you this, Before Sardar Patel passed away, he had gone to see the Somnath Mandir. It was in ruin. There is a small temple built there by Mata Ahilyabai Holkar ji. When Sardar Patel ji went there, he was so moved that he resolved that he reconstruct Somnath Mandir. When unfortunately he passed away in December 51, when the Somnath Mandir was getting ready in 1951, Mr. K.M. Munshi, Kulapati Munshi, who was the founder of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, was at the forefront. He was one of the ministers of the Nehru cabinet. Mr. Nehru told him, what you're doing, trying to restore Somnath Mandir is Hindu revivalism, I don't like it. Then Mr. Nehru, Mr. Raj Prabhu, who is the Chief Minister of Gujarat, titled a head, saying, I am very troubled with the way the President Prasad, you and all of you are associated with the unveiling of the Somnath temple, and he said, this is not in line with the state and the outcome will be bad nationally and internationally. This was the mindset against Bharat Sanatana Sanskriti and our values, which the Nehru legacy has been passing on. Now, in 2007. In 2007, the Congress party filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court saying there is no historical proof of Lord Ram. And their ally, the DMK, said, who is Ram? Which engineering college did he study in? Where did he become a civil engineer from? And one thing, Abhishek, I want to tell you, in South India, all cutting across religions and, differences when we were young, we used to write in a book called Sri Rama Jayam, which essentially means Jai Sri Ram, like you put Ganesh Vinayak symbol. You say Sri Rama Jayam, you write. It essentially means Jai Sri Ram. But what happened with the Congress cohort Mamata Banerjee? When during Netaji's 125th anniversary, when somebody said Jai Sri Ram, she walked out. So basically, this was a great opportunity for the Congress party and its cohort
Mr. Keswan,
for their sins, for all the wrongdoing, for all the insults they heaped upon our Bharat Sanatana Sanskriti. But what have they chose to do? They have chose again, owing to their inherent hatred, hostility and antipathy towards our Sanatana Sanskriti, heritage and culture, they have chosen to boycott this historic event. And let me tell you one thing.
Mr.
You
Keswan,
have boycotted this event, but the people of India will boycott you and relegate you to the footnotes of history.
Mr. Keswan, you've done the diagnosis. I would be also interested in knowing the prognosis, how it goes forward. If the Congress party has chosen to be on the wrong side of history, like Pandit Nehru, then in that case, what are going to be the political costs? And you think the leadership is willing to pay those political costs, or do they even understand the political costs that come with this position they have taken?
Abhishek, you see the bunch of contradictions they have. They're a divided house of contradictions which is going to crumble. See what Arjun Modwadia from the Gujarat president said. He said the Congress has made a mistake. They shouldn't have taken political decisions by boycotting. What does D.K. Shivakumar, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, say? He says on Pran Pratishtha of Ram Mandir is happening, we'll have celebrations in all the temples. Himachal Pradesh minister says he is a Sanatani and he wants to go and participate in the Ram temple. So this basically also very clearly shows that the leadership of the Nehru family is disdain for our Sanatana Sanskriti and our basic roots and culture. And this hypocrisy is seen very well by the people. Let me give you an example. You take the Ram temple, which is being built. See the national integration at play. The pink sandstone is coming from Rajasthan. The sandstone carving is being done by people in Odisha. Telangana and Karnataka are supplying the granite. Where the teakwood is coming from, the flooring is coming from Madhya Pradesh, and the 620 kg bell is coming from Rameswaram, which is inscribed with Jai Shri Ram. Can you see a bigger symbol of national integration? Shouldn't anybody who's a true Bharatiya, who's a true, Sanatani, participate and celebrate and cherish this historic event? So anybody who's boycotting this function, it reveals their petty, parochial, narrow sectarian mindset, and also the antipathy and hatred they have towards our Sanatana Sanskriti and our very roots and heritage and culture of that.
Right. Absolutely, absolutely. Of course, one wonders if the Congress party leadership really realizes the political cost attached with the kind of position they have taken. On that note, thank you so much, Mr. Keswan, for joining us with that. Yeah, please do, please do.
Which the Congress cohort and the Bihar minister said there is potassium cyanide in Ramcharitra Manas, but the Ramcharitra Manas beautifully says, Ram Raj Baikat Triloka Harshit Bhaya Sabsoka. When Lord Ram sits on the throne, every suffering will end, there will be joy in the world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's vision for a Viksit Bharat has always been intertwined, reconnecting our people to our parampara. And now when this Pran Pratishtha ceremony happens, it will signal the renewal, the revival, the reawakening and the reassertion of Bharat Sanatan Sanskriti, which is bound to guide the world in the future. And under Modi ji's leadership, we will march in this Amrit Kal and very soon realize the dream of becoming a developed nation, Viksit Bharat.
Right. Right. Obviously, Prime Minister is known for choosing his words carefully, and while inaugurating the Ayodhya Dham airport, Prime Minister had said that this is a resurgence of Vikas and Virasat, coming together of development and heritage for India. Obviously, what he means is the civilizational heritage being reclaimed by a resurgent India. On that note, thank you so much, Mr. C.R. Keswan, for joining us with that perspective. And we move on. We, in fact, slip into a short break. And on the other side, come back with the story on the Uniform Civil Code. Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma making a big statement saying UCC implementation soon. And days after back-to-back attacks on ED team in Bengal, BJP hits the streets against the Mamata government.
TV.
बादलों पे चल के हवाओं से मिलके मैं बनाऊंगा हौसलों को कस के तूफानों से लड़के मैं बनाऊंगा रोशनी के टुकड़ों से अंधेरे को हरा के मैं बनाऊंगा उम्मीदों के पंख कंधों पे लगा के मैं बनाऊंगा बनाऊंगा मैं तो बनेगा भारत बनाऊंगी मैं तो बनेगा भारत
The vertical velocity is now being constantly reduced.
India is on the moon.
बनाऊंगा मैं तो बनेगा भारत बनाऊंगा मैं तो बनेगा भारत बनाऊंगा मैं तो
स्किल स्टील और दिल से बन रहा है भारत AMNS India, smarter steels, brighter futures.
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी महिलाओं के लिए धुआं मुक्त रसोई प्रधानमंत्री उज्ज्वला योजना के तहत 10 करोड़ गैस कनेक्शन हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत
हो बिजनेस बढ़ाना गुड़िया को पढ़ाना या मिसेस के साथ वेकेशन लो मुथूट फाइनेंस को लोन भरोसा इंडिया का भरोसा इंडिया का
मुथूट फाइनेंस भारत का नंबर 1 सबसे भरोसेमंद फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज ब्रांड गोल्ड लोन के लिए अभी कॉल करें 1-800-313-1212
भाई इतनी बड़ी हिट्स आप लोगों ने मुझे दी हैं टाइल्स तो बड़े होने चाहिए सुमानी मैक्स टाइल्स टाइलों का सबसे बड़ा भाई सुमानी मैक्स टाइल्स जमीन से जुड़े
Just another tycoon. Hustling way too early in the morning. Passing on this happy tune. Helping babies feel at ease. Aw, all kinds of babies. No drive is just another drive when you're in a tycoon. Volkswagen.
12 बजने वाली है क्रिसमस साथ मनाएं
हम जिससे प्यार करते हैं वो मर जाए, हमारे लिए उसका प्यार मर जाए। मरते तो हम ही है ना।
Welcome back. In the top of stories from across the country, Rajasthan Chief Minister Bhajan Lal Sharma meets Prime Minister of Czech Republic Petr Fiala in Jaipur. The meet comes after the Czech PM's visit to India for the vibrant Gujarat summit in Ahmedabad. Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel chaired meeting with UAE's Minister of State for Foreign Trade Dr. Thani Ahmed during vibrant Gujarat summit. The meeting was focused on fostering collaboration, emphasizing on advancing green hydrogen technology and desalination plants. During the vibrant Gujarat Summit 2024 in Gandhinagar, Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar held a meeting with a Japanese delegation to discuss potential collaborations and partnerships in his state. On the alleged gang rape of 2 minors in Patna, Bihar, BJP Chief Samrat Chaudhary lashed out at the Bihar government, saying there is nothing called governance and law in this state because liquor mafia, sand mafia and land mafia are ruling.
शासन नाम का चीज रह नहीं गया। मुख्यमंत्री बीमार चल रहे हैं। बिहार में कोई कानून नाम का चीज रह नहीं गया। शराब माफिया, बालू माफिया और जमीन माफिया ये पूरी तरह राज कर रहे हैं।
Union Minister Anurag Thakur spoke about the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra and said that 13 crore people have joined this yatra and people who were deprived of the central schemes have benefited from this project.
विकसित भारत संकल्प यात्रा, मोदी की गारंटी की गाड़ी लोगों तक जानकारी भी पहुंचा रही है और जरूरतमंदों को सुविधाएं भी दे रही है और उनको केंद्र की योजनाओं के लाभ भी मिल रहे हैं। अब तक लगभग 13 करोड़ लोग इस यात्रा के साथ जुड़े मोदी की गारंटी की गाड़ी का लाभ उठाया और ये मैं कहना चाहता हूं, इससे करोड़ों लोग जो वंचित रह गए थे उनको भी लाभ मिला।
On Congress declining the invitation for Pran Pratishtha in Ayodhya on January 22nd, BJP leader C.T. Ravi said that Congress has always been against Hindutva. He added that first Congress was crying that they did not receive an invitation. When they did, they refused to accept. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Vishnu Dev Sai has hit out at the Congress party for boycotting the Ayodhya Dham Ram Mandir inauguration ceremony. He said that the Congress shows double standards and people will reject them soon. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav announced plans to enhance railway capacity in Ayodhya by developing and doubling the lines from Lucknow, Varanasi, Prayagraj and Gorakhpur. The initiative aims to boost efficiency and accommodate increased demand. Chennai Principal Sessions Court extends judicial custody of Tamil Nadu Minister and DMK leader V. Senthil Balaji till 22nd of January. DMK leader was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate in a money laundering case. Tamil Nadu Students Federation members protested against Governor R.N. Ravi in Salem by waving black flags. The Tamil Nadu police later detained the protesters. All right, another break. Coming back with 11 days to go for the Grand Ram Temple Pran Pratishtha, but Indie leaders on a boycott spree.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
वो हमें बताना चाहता है कि दिल्ली के बाद वो कमजोर नहीं हुआ है।
पूरी दुनिया दिल्ली पुलिस पर उंगली उठा रही है।
अब वो रुकेगा नहीं।
तो फिर हम भी नहीं रुकेंगे।
देखिए इंडियन पुलिस फोर्स 19 जनवरी से सिर्फ प्राइम वीडियो पर।
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी, सबका अपने पक्के घर का सपना होगा पूरा। 4 करोड़ पक्के घरों का निर्माण। हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत।
बादलों पे चल के हवाओं से मिलके मैं बनाऊंगा, हौसलों को कस के तूफानों से लड़के मैं बनाऊंगा, रोशनी के टुकड़ों से अंधेरे को हरा के मैं बनाऊंगा, उम्मीदों के पंख कंधों पे लगा के मैं बनाऊंगा, बनाऊंगा मैं तो बनेगा भारत, बनाऊंगी मैं तो बनेगा भारत।
The vertical velocity is now being constantly reduced.
India is on the moon.
बनाऊंगा मैं तो बनेगा भारत, बनाऊंगा मैं तो बनेगा भारत, बनाऊंगा मैं तो।
स्किल, स्टील और दिल से बन रहा है भारत। AMNS इंडिया, स्मार्टर स्टील्स, ब्राइटर फ्यूचर्स।
आपने सोमानी का नया रोल देखा? वही स्टाइल और रेंज सोमानी बाथवेयर में भी। सोमानी बाथवेयर।
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कर आता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
मुथूट फाइनेंस, भारत का नंबर 1 सबसे भरोसेमंद फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज ब्रांड। गोल्ड लोन के लिए अभी कॉल करें 1-800-313-1212।
Tata.tv
केंट से पानी होता है 100% प्योर।
केंट आरओ प्योरिटी दिखाता भी है।
केंट देता है सबसे शुद्ध पानी।
गाड़ी लेने से पहले टाटा एस गोल्ड पेट्रोल CX का दिल, यानी इसका इंजन देखो। ये इतना बढ़िया है कि 18 किलोमीटर प्रति लीटर तक का माइलेज तो हंसते हंसते दे जाएगा। अब तेल के दाम तो बराबर ही हैं, पर इस गाड़ी की कीमत है कम, इसलिए अब हर ट्रिप में खर्चा है कम और मुनाफा ज्यादा। तो अब सोचो समझो और टाटा एस गोल्ड पेट्रोल CX लो।
I don't claim to be a journalist. I used to write gossip, maybe 12, 13 years ago. But now if you read the blog, we don't do any gossip at all. You know what my rule is? It's very unconventional for what you would call a Bollywood blog. Nobody who writes for me, and myself included, the rule is you can't write anything you can't say to somebody's face.
Catch Techno Phantom V Flip 5G presents Women Pioneers of India this weekend only on Republic TV.
भाई इतनी बड़ी बड़ी हिट्स आप लोगों ने मुझे दी हैं। टाइल्स तो बड़े होने चाहिए। सोमानी मैक्स टाइल्स, टाइलों का सबसे बड़ा भाई। सोमानी मैक्स टाइल्स, जमीन से जुड़े।
इस पल को मुमकिन करने के लिए रिया ने पहले से ही शुरुआत कर दी थी।
ये पल सच हुआ, ये पल अपनों के ख्वाबों से सजा है, ये पल मानो रुक सा।
और म्यूचुअल फंड से शुरुआत करना जिम्मेदारी की निशानी है।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
उड़े देश का आम आदमी। यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के इस विजन ने रीजनल एंड इंटरनेशनल एयर कनेक्टिविटी को दिए हैं नए आयाम। नए भारत का नया उत्तर प्रदेश बनकर उभरा है सर्वाधिक इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट वाला राज्य। भगवान बुद्ध की तपोभूमि कुशीनगर में इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट शुरू होने के 25 महीने में ही मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम प्रभु श्री राम की जन्मभूमि अयोध्या में प्रारंभ हुआ है। महर्षि वाल्मीकि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय हवाई अड्डा अयोध्या धाम का संचालन।
जब नियत नेक हो तो इसी तरह से काम होता है इसी तरह के नतीजे मिलते हैं। ये अयोध्या नगरी भी तो इसकी साक्षी है।
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ के नेतृत्व में देश के एविएशन मैप के शीर्ष पर है उत्तर प्रदेश। एयरपोर्ट से ऊंची उड़ान, कनेक्टिविटी को नई पहचान।
इस दुनिया में बस हम दो हैं, दुनिया जिनकी दीवानी है। आ रहे हैं हम दोनों।
नेपोटिज्म रॉक्स वाले दुनिया में आप कैसे निकल आए? तो मुझे लगता है आप आउटलायर हैं जी। और नेपोटिज्म रॉक्स के दुनिया में आउटलायर बनना बहुत मुश्किल है। हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल टू सक्सीड इन एन इंडस्ट्री व्हिच इज ड्रिवन बाय नेपोटिज्म एट एवरी लेवल?
अगर मौका मिल सकते हैं, अगर आप में प्रतिभा नहीं है तो आज आप नहीं चलिएगा। अभी ऑडियंस इतनी इवॉल्व है कि किसी को मौका मिल सकता है परिवार का होने के नाते। अगर आप में टैलेंट नहीं है, आप उपयुक्त नहीं हो, तो 1 से 2 फिल्म आप इस दौर में देखें। कितने परिवार के बच्चे जो अभिनेता थे वो नहीं, उनकी फिल्में नहीं हैं, उनके पास काम नहीं कर रहे हैं। एक मेरे जैसे आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, आउट ऑफ द एरिना के आदमी के आने की संभावना है। तो मैं आइदर एक्सेप्शन हूँ और पॉसिबिलिटी हूँ, दोनों हो सकता है।
Biggest story tonight, powered by Century Club Prime.
For the Grand Ram Mandir consecration, but the INDI leaders are on a boycott spree. The Congress is divided over the boycott call. More and more leaders rebel against the High Command. The BJP hits out at the opposition in an unrelenting attack. They say the INDA alliance's anti-Hindu mindset now has been exposed. Days after back-to-back attacks in the Enforcement Directorate team in the state of Bengal, the BJP has hit the streets against Mamata Banerjee. The Bengal Ration scam is exploding. Republic accesses exclusive investigation details of the scam, now scaling up to more than 20,000 crore. And the Assam Chief Minister making a big statement. He says the UCC implementation in the state could happen soon. A very good evening. You're watching Republic. The show's called The Biggest Story Tonight, and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. Will they, won't they? They've decided. They've taken 20 days to tell us that the Congress party will not be a part of the consecration ceremony of the Ram Mandir that happens on the 22nd. Now look at the reasons that the Congress has put forward. The Congress says that this is a BJP/an RSS event, and also trying to underscore that religion is a matter of personal faith. But on that premise, you have a lot of other INDA alliance leaders also now. Some of them who've been invited now saying they will not be a part of the entire consecration, and some like the Janata Dal United and the Uddhav Shiv Sena who've not received an invite till now, saying we will decide once the invite comes in. On the other side, you have a lot of the usual suspects, like the BJP calls them, the left, that was the first to say that we are not going to be a part of the ceremony. Even the Rashtriya Janata Dal and the Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav now saying, I am not going to be a part of the entire ceremony. Now, this means that a lot of politics, the Mandir politics in particular, is going to peak in the run-up to the big battle of 2024. A lot of questions today going out to the Congress that many say itself has used Lord Ram. We have seen Congress netas like Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, temple hopping, visiting the Mahakal temple with the Janeu and a lot of other things close to a lot of elections. So why is the Congress today not wanting to be a part of this grand ceremony is what a lot of people are asking, including the BJP. Before we move ahead, let's quickly make way to listen into all the reactions we have from not just the BJP that hits out at the Congress, but a lot of other I&A alliance partners on their stand on the Ram Mandir invitation.
Politics and religion must remain separate. One should not mix politics and religion, elections and religion. It is violative of the fundamental principle of our constitution.
मैं मानता हूं कि इतना दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण क्षण होगा कि मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम के इर्द गिर्द भी आप राजनीति करेंगे। मेरे और मेरे राम के बीच में सीधा ताल्लुक, गांधी मंदिर जाकर के राम भक्त नहीं बनते थे।
It's not been exposed by us or any political party, but seers and praised by themselves. This is the situation. So why should Congress party, President Sonia ji and a leader of opposition Adhir Ranjan should join it?
So you heard reactions from the left, from the RJD and also the Congress. Remember the Congress High Command, that is Jairam Ramesh, releases